Britain's rental market is at breaking point.
Give me home, please.
With not enough homes to go round, soaring rents,
Oh my God.
squalid, overcrowded conditions,
Little swines.
spiralling property fraud,
They're crooks, they're running a scam.
When am I going to get my money?
bedsits to mansions,
You can't touch me!
squats to drug farms.
It's a full room.
It can be a little bit scary at times.
Hey! We're called the police! We're called the police!
This is Rent Wars. In Lancashire, letting agent Paul Ainsworth-Lord manages 800 properties on behalf of private landlords. Unemployment here is above the national average, and many private tenants are on the breadline or struggling with a range of social problems.
The lettings business is a tough one. I did have a tenant pull a knife out on me once. This blooming great big bread knife. It was about, I don't know, a foot long.
Today, Paul's on the way to a two-bed terrace, chasing up a tenant who hasn't paid his rent for 4 months. He owes nearly £3,000.
We've been trying relentlessly to get hold of the tenant. The guarantor says, yeah, I'll speak to him, straighten the account up. And of course, they've not been playing ball. I don't think he's in. Half of me thinks he's gone. You know, it's one of the things that goes through your mind. Have they done a flit? That's why we've got all these rent arrears. You know, maybe they've just done a bunk. I mean, it has happened before. They've been sent to prison and we don't find out till afterwards.
Paul has legitimate concerns that the house has been abandoned. So legally, he can now enter. In theory.
He's changed the bloody lock. They shouldn't have changed the lock without giving us a key. You all right, Braz? Are you free to bob down and take this lock out for us? 5 minutes. Right, fella. Good man.
That's not connected to.
What they might have done is took the spindle out. That makes it more difficult for us to get in.
Suspicions raised. Paul and the locksmith try the back door.
Oh, it stinks, doesn't it?
There we go.
Where the locks have also been tampered with.
Hello? Hello?
Nice and warm. Well, I hope it's not mouldy. Normally, you know, you go to a house and they've done a runner, you'll see mouldy plates, mouldy remnants of food, and a strange sort of smell. And that house didn't really have any of this. All right.
For all peripherally illegal.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not overly clued up, but you know, I can put 2 and 2 together. It was clear that this was like hard drug paraphernalia stuff. Right, better just keep us wits about us. What's going on here, Braz? Oh, hello. Remnants of your little cannabis plant there. Distinctive with leaf, you know. You coming up, lad? Yeah. There's something going on up here in one of these rooms. You know, blood, when it dries, goes sort of browny colour, doesn't it? This was like fresh red blood. My head's racing round my mind, you know, thinking, oh, God, what am I going to find next? I'm going to find a dead body, I'm going to have needles everywhere. It was almost a bit of a nightmare. There's a light switch there, bro. Can you turn the light on? Oh. The full room. I have never seen in all the years, I've never caught them red-handed like this in all the years I've been doing it. You know, on my watch side, so to speak, you know. How stupid can you be? Don't pay your rent, your agent's chasing you, They're never going to come round, so we'll tamper with doors so they can't get in front way. We'll change locks just for good measure. They think we were born yesterday. I don't know how much that crop was worth, but we're talking a lot more than 3 months rent arrears. Do you know what I mean? We're talking thousands and thousands of pounds. Police, please.
Police, thank you.
So we had to do forced entry today. Right. And then we've got the growing equipment. I mean, the tenant who rented this house, he's only a young bloke, from a nice family. His family's nice people. So I was a bit surprised that he'd actually gone and done this. Yeah, thanks for your help. Cheers now. Bye.
Nearly half of Britain's buy-to-let landlords rent out just one property. So if the money stops, it can have a huge effect on their income. Retired shopkeeper Jack Wood lets out a one-bed flat in his native Fleetwood, but after 14 months with no rent, he's been left nearly £5,000 out of pocket.
It's all part of my pension. Not getting the rent in for over a year has made a big dent in my income.
Jack won a possession order 7 months ago, but the tenant has seen off 2 attempts by bailiffs to evict him.
He was very aggressive the second time around. He threatened to kill me and smash the car up. So I'm apprehensive as to how it's going to turn out today.
Jack has called in lawyer Chris Sharpe for help, and today, for the 3rd time, the tenant faces eviction.
Morning, Jack.
Morning.
Good to see you.
You too, pal. Well done.
Yeah, are you ready now?
Yeah.
Hopefully the 3rd one lucky.
Absolutely.
We've got the High Court sheriffs involved.
Yeah.
We've got dog handlers, we've got locksmiths.
We're ready to go. There's this door and then there's an internal door.
Is that then his flat?
Yeah. Up there's this stairs and
Right.
he's on this 2nd and 3rd floor.
He's got an order for possession. He's had 2 bailiffs round and now the sheriff. It's going to be a stubborn one. When Jack told me that threatened to kill him, well, you know, you can take threats like that sometimes with a pinch of salt. But when he introduced us to his dangerous dog...
He said it's his guard dog, so he says if he bites us, he's not bothered if he gets put down.
Yeah, OK. I was worried.
Hi, guys.
Next,
What about her property? She's had no money for her rent.
in East London,
I'm just working, mate.
in Darwin,
Heroin? Yeah. In my property.
and in Fleetwood.
Careful, guys. He's threatening to put gas on a stove.
Along with a High Court sheriff, lawyer Chris Sharpe is attempting to remove the tenant from an upstairs flat.
Who are you?
You don't need to know who I am.
If you're here at my door, I need to know who you are.
No, no. This is private street, pal.
The landlord right has taken the frame off.
Yeah. Jar, they're going to have to take the frame off to get in. Are you OK with that?
By the sounds of it, he's put like a wardrobe or something. Yeah, stuff coming down. Can you hear it?
Yeah. Just throw stuff down, barricading it even more.
Yeah, rolling it down. Stuff coming down.
You hear it now, it's rolling down the stairs at the back.
I do need the money for my retirement, and I did despair quite a bit. I wanted to take the law into my own hands, you know, but you can't do that.
Master's coming down now.
His barricaded front door is almost breached, so the tenant changes tactics.
I've got a gas canister on a gas stove in the kitchen.
All right, then.
You don't believe me?
OK, then.
I'm going to get it.
Gas? Yeah. On a stove?
On the stove.
Just be careful, guys. He's threatening to put gas on a stove.
What do you call someone who loses it completely? like he did. It was crackers. He didn't give a monkeys about myself or anyone else. He didn't give a about anything.
Ladders, toolbox. Just watch how it comes on you. It's getting more stuff now.
Whoa!
Plenty of small bits coming, trust me.
He'd given 2 bailiffs the runaround. He tried to give us the runaround.
I don't want to aggravate you, mate. This one needs to come out.
It was almost like he was on a suicide mission in terms of not being evicted.
Apparently he has a machete or something upstairs too, someone said.
Hi there. I wonder if they have police assistance, please.
The sheriff's now requesting police assistance because he's claiming he's this guy that has got a machete. Once we get through the door, who knows what he's going to do? So, better safe than sorry. Let's get the police in there.
He's literally just launched everything down the stairs. There's been a lot of threats. There's claims he's got a machete. He's got glass and mirrors as well, which mirrors just come down by the sounds of it.
More stuff coming down.
Mr. Police, we need to talk to you. Do you not agree this is a bit over the top? Throwing fridges down the stairs?
I've got no problem with anybody else. Yeah. It costs me 50 grand to get me sorted out here.
Right.
If you start throwing stuff down at us, we are going to have to arrest you.
Right, OK. Just start bringing things out nice and steady. Whoa! Whoa! Officers are still throwing things down at us. No, that is dangerous. He'd thrown sofas, shelves, bins. If it wasn't nailed down, he was in the process of unnailing it and getting it down that stairwell at us. Whoa! That was a washing machine. Whether he meant it or not, the level of threat that he was posing was quite high and unprecedented in terms of, like, this is an eviction.
The police have had enough and move in to arrest. But he flees to the attic bedroom.
Has he gone upstairs?
Yeah.
That door's locked.
For what reason? What was he trying to do?
It'll take you another 6 weeks to get to court.
It was crackers. Obviously, he thought nothing was ever going to happen to him.
Have you seen the dog, Gav?
Yeah.
What is it?
Rottweiler cross.
Police have found several machetes. Look like a replica firearm. Look like a little handgun or something like that.
Quite tense.
The tenant is still in the attic, and the police now fear he may be armed.
Hi, mate.
We need to get it sorted. We can't just stay here. Are you going to leave the flat today? You're just going to stand there? Yeah. Keep the door open, because it's easy that way. We can talk to you. Yeah? What are you doing here? Oh, honestly, come on. No. You're arrested. Oh, you never arrested me. Yeah. Oh, yeah. What for? What, you behind your back? Breach of the peace. Breach of the peace. When have I breached the peace? When have I breached the peace? Well, throwing washing machines down the stairs. Oh. You walk down the stairs? Yeah, I'll walk. No, I said I'll walk. Yeah. I don't need to. Well, that one's tight. That one's well tight. Yeah, we'll sort it out outside, yeah? No, that one's well tight.
I mean, if there's ever been a breach of the peace, well, I think we've just witnessed it there. This could have been avoided. This could have been avoided. Nobody wanted this. I didn't want this. Jack didn't want this. The police didn't want this. The police spent an hour trying to tell him that this is where it's going to end up if you do not comply. He did not comply, and now he's in the back of a Black Mariah.
Really strange having to go through these lengths to actually get rid of somebody.
With her owner under lock and key, trained handlers remove the guard dog.
He could have killed somebody and injured him, and thankfully no one's been hurt.
After more than a year with no rent, landlord Jack has his flat back. The dog was taken in by a local animal charity, but the tenant pleaded guilty to breaching the peace and faces a £100 fine if he commits any further offences during the next 6 months. While chasing £3,000 in outstanding rent, letting agent Paul Ainsworth-Lord uncovered a marijuana farm in a spare bedroom. A week on, the tenant is yet to be located.
The police informed me that they were going to put a warrant out for his arrest. However, said that they were busy and not a lot they could really do, and left it at that, really. So it leaves you with sort of like a feeling of, you know, this is absolutely crazy. We're almost powerless in the short term. What we can do.
The police have removed the drugs as evidence. And today Paul is showing the property's owner Ian the damage.
Oh, you got here all right, yeah? So these are the tents, you know, that they grow the... I believe so.
The tenant had been renting Ian's home for 10 months before Paul stumbled on the illicit crop.
This is where the major crop was.
It must have been a fair weight.
On the yeah.
On this floor, with all full of wet soil.
Yeah. I never like having to break bad news stories to landlords. That was the view through the door. It was this high, yeah.
It's this high.
He's a nice guy, proper nice guy. And this is part of his retirement, you know, this is part of his bread and butter, fish and chips. You know, it's his pension money. And that's what it was like downstairs, heroin.
Heroin?
Yeah, that was the other thing.
Well, they had heroin here.
Yeah.
I'm shocked. I didn't expect to see it on a street in Darwood in my property. That's the shocking thing.
So this is the electrics they did run up from the main consumer.
Yeah. It's not some homemade stuff, is it? It seems to be. You know, they've had an electrician in to do all that.
Yeah.
So it's a professional job. It's. I wonder how many crops they've had. They might have been doing it for as long as he's been here.
The job as a letting agent, it's not an easy job because you're stuck right in the middle. And when something's not right, everybody blames you. But as long as we can turn it around and nobody's out of pocket, we'll all be happy. And quite often you've got to remind people, you know, we're just a piggy in the middle here. We're the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger. It is what it is. And we'll do what we can to help.
Let's try and make him maybe disappear. Just sort everything out for me, turn it all around and get it back on the market.
Ian can't rent the house back out until the tenant officially surrenders it.
Right, I'll speak to you again, Ian, and I'll be in touch and we'll get it turned round. Don't let it blag your head at all.
It's okay.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Catch you later.
The problem is, Paul's got no idea where the tenant is. The job of letting agents is to collect rent from tenants on behalf of private landlords. But with large amounts of money changing hands, the potential for conflict is never far away. Today, eviction expert Paul Shamplina is en route to assist a couple who are owed a 5-figure sum by their agency.
Landlords, Monwara and Mohammed, instructed the letting agent to rent out their property, and the agents appear to have turned rogue on them. They received £15,000 in rent up front from the tenants in the property, and they haven't had a penny. Morning.
Hi, morning.
I'm Paul. Nice to
Mona.
meet you, Mum. Hi, how are you?
I'm fine. Well, not really.
No.
What's happening?
Every time you call them, they're never available. You send them text messages, you send them email, phone calls. They're never in the office.
All right, so let's go and confront them now and speak to them, get some answers.
And the frustration grew into anger in a way.
It's a huge amount of money, and it's a sum that no one can afford to lose. It's a huge amount.
Let's hope that there's someone in the office.
With the couple owed up to £20,000, including legal fees, today they're paying a surprise visit to the agency. But there's a problem.
Change the name.
What was the agency's office is now home to a different company.
What went through my mind is, our money's gone. Our money's gone.
Morning. No? No, we've got... She's owed some money. Who's in there? OK, let's have a chat. Hi, guys.
There might be a different name above the door, but Paul suspects there's a link between the current occupiers and to the agency.
So they're owed about £20,000 for their property.
OK, that's got nothing to do with me, so...
Huh?
That's got nothing to do with me. I'm just working here, mate. Let me tell you.
You're just working here. She's owed £20,621 for her property. Come on, what, she needs her property back. She hasn't had a penny's rent. A lot of companies, they were Phoenix, they would close the company down and then they were set up again. It's really rife. Have you met these guys before?
Yeah, the guy who was sitting here.
Yeah.
He was working.
Right. Then trying to collect the money is really, really difficult because, of course, as soon as they close down or go into liquidation, the money's lost.
Next.
We're not going until you open!
In Harrow.
You are clever, aren't you?
In Darwin.
Get a camera out my foot. You deaf?
What were we asking?
What about her property? She's had no money for her rent.
And in East London.
We want £20,621. Also, we want to make sure that you're not instructed as the letting agent.
Married landlords, Mohammed and Manwara, have brought in eviction expert Paul Shamplina to chase up rent owed to them by a London letting agency.
What about her property? She's had no money for her rent. What do you mean? Yeah, but you've had £15,000 rent in advance. You had it in September.
But staff are denying they're responsible.
Hold on, but and we've had other complaints from other landlords. But you've changed your name.
2 months ago.
Pardon? But who are they? Is there anyone we can speak to? Is there anyone we can speak to? Because I've got the letter here. I mean, they just want their money for their rent.
OK, so if I joined 2 months ago and I joined while it was active, when I joined here, this was...
Right.
Nothing to... So how are you telling me that I know...
I've been here already.
They've been there before. They just want their money.
You're telling me... Look,
They were here, weren't they?
OK, I'm not too sure.
Look, he said he doesn't know. He's actually sitting on the...
It's ridiculous. They've changed the name.
On their computer.
Yeah. There. So they've changed the name.
They come across as really genuine and things like that, but it was very hard to believe anything coming out of anyone's mouth.
Mohammed puts in a call to the man who originally let their flat.
Yeah, it's the one here.
Who's that? Yeah, spoke to Mohammed.
What did he say?
But what did he...
He's going to be here in 5 minutes.
He said he's going to come here in 5 minutes. Thank you. Yeah.
Meanwhile, another member of staff shows up.
Sir, my foot's trapped.
His foot is trapped.
Are you going to let me out? Are you going to let me out or not? Are you going to let my foot out?
Let his foot out, let his foot out, let his foot out.
Come on, let my foot out, sir.
Let's get his foot out. That's all right.
He wanted to just go. go and get them by the throat or something like that. But obviously, you don't do that.
All we're looking for
all
is
we're
our
looking
money.
for our money, which they were holding on to.
Paul, Mohammed and Manwara have been locked out in the cold.
Can you hear me? Yeah.
But with the landlords more than £20,000 down, they decide to stay and wait for the elusive letting agent.
You know we haven't had any money whatsoever, and everybody's denying it does not exist there, whereas very clearly everything does. Can we please have a chat? Without the camera, shall we come over and have a chat?
After 6 months with no money, the letting agent agrees to speak with the couple alone.
I just don't know how these guys can sleep at night and not have a conscience, and ruin people's lives.
Following just 10 minutes behind closed doors, Manwara and Mohammed appear to have achieved a breakthrough.
He has basically promised to pay the money within 24 hours. There could be a happy ending.
It could be, yeah.
Was it worth getting thrown out of the office?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
The following day, the letting agent contacted Manwara and Mohammed and paid them in full.
Big relief.
Relief. Relief is an understatement. It was Christmas coming early for us.
The couple let the tenants remain in their flat.
You could take a UE from here.
It's the job of council enforcement officers, like Andrew Sedman and Ozzy Al-Bayrak, to investigate complaints against one of the UK's 2.5 million private landlords.
We've had a call about a problem with a leak from a residential property above a commercial property, and we need to get to the bottom of this.
Hi, guys. You're the owner of this place.
Hairdresser Massey has run this salon for 9 years.
Oh my God, this is terrible. And there's a massive hole.
Big hole there.
I lost a lot of my customer because of that.
For the past 7 months, water has been cascading into the rear of the salon from the property above.
The upstairs landlord. First, I call him. When I say I have a leaking from upstairs, he just cut the phone.
What?
And when I send a picture, no reply.
He obviously need a bit of a push in the back.
Yeah, that's the polite way of putting it, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you're calling now? Okay.
Andrew contacts the landlord responsible.
Hello, sir. It's Andrew Sedman here from London Borough of Harrow. Yeah, there's a water leak.
Yeah, he knows about it. Stop pretending.
He wasn't willing to cooperate with us, knowing there were problems.
OK, I'll tell you what I'll do, sir. I'll go to the magistrate's court and I will get a warrant and I will get in your property by force. He didn't like being told what to do and was very over-relaxed about his property and dismissed everything I said, pretty much.
It's so frustrating. I feel like breaking the door and like shaking them and asking like, what the hell are you doing? Do you realise the effect it's causing to those people downstairs?
That's all I've been doing is listening to you, sir. I'm now going to end the call because you're not being rational. Goodbye.
What's he saying?
He's shouting.
For what? People are just ridiculous.
Yeah.
I've been into so many properties. As soon as the landlord behaved in such a way, I was like, right, you're hiding something.
Andrew and Ozzy urgently need to inspect the upstairs property.
Oh, it's a beauty salon.
It's not.
What?
There's people living there. Probably, it might be massage, it might be something dodgy. Never know. Oh, no, there's a bell. I bet you anything that doesn't work.
Can we go from the back? Oh my God, you don't even want to walk through this. It's disgusting. My tags will tear from here.
When I walk into a property and I see a lot of rubbish, that normally tells us there's a serious problem and obviously a lot of people hanging around.
Excuse me, sir. Do you know anything about this property?
I think if you want, you can come in the evening.
In the evening?
Yeah.
You're saying they're not here?
They're not here.
Can you open the door, please? Hello, council.
I can hear. Just hear a door go inside.
That's kitchen here.
Right.
I can see the cooker. Open the door, please. We know you're in there. Hang on a minute. There was not a key.
They put a key in there.
They put a key in there. They're there.
Yeah, they are there.
You are clever, aren't you? Open the door. I can't believe this.
They don't want to let people in. Some landlords definitely don't want their tenants to speak to us. I've actually been in the property before and seen a note by the door saying, do not answer the door. Simple as that.
We're not going until you open. Can you open the door, please? If you don't, we're gonna bring police. You're not gonna like that. Open the door now.
Alarm bells do ring. They might be illegal immigrants living there. There could be drugs going on in there, prostitution, all kinds of things.
Cheeky bugs. Seriously.
"10 days ago, letting agent Paul Ainsworth-Lord uncovered a cannabis farm in a home he manages. The landlords demanded the tenant remove his belongings and end his tenancy, but until now, Paul hasn't been able to track him down.
So we had a phone call from the guarantor this morning, a bit concerned about the letters he's been receiving from us, and he's told us where the tenant is. He's at his dad's house, his parents' house. So we're going to make a house call and see if the tenant's there and see what he has to say. What kind of reaction are we going to get? I'm not sure. He's a handy lad. He's into his weights and gym and that. Is it in?
Who's speaking, please?
Paul. I'm from the letting agents that he rents the house off.
Somebody here to see you from the letting agency.
I need to talk to you about...
No, you don't. Quick, Paul.
Okay. Right, thanks.
It soon emerges that Paul isn't the only unannounced visitor the tenants had in the past few days.
You know, the tenant says, coppers tipped up at my house at 11 o'clock Sunday night, dragged me out in cuffs, 4 Mariahs outside. All neighbours, what I've seen that is, my poor parents, and I'm thinking, your poor parents? But it's you they arrested. You caused that.
But the tenant told officers that the weed farm was the work of a subtenant, and they released him without charge.
Nothing to do with me, he says. Nothing to do with me, I rented the house to a mate. And I'm thinking, rented the house to a mate? No. We rented the house to you, pal. No, mate, you. He says, yeah, he was good to me in prison, so I owed him a favour. He says, so I'll let him have the house. I said, you're having a laugh, aren't you? The buck rests with you, pal, and that's firmly where it stays. And I want the money off you, and I need you to clear all that stuff out. And that's what's going to happen. Right, OK, cheers for that. OK, fella. See ya. It was agreed that we'd grant him a set of keys so that he could get his stuff out and clear all the stuff out the house, and he'd give us the keys back. And when we got the keys back and the house empty, we would end the tenancy.
It sounds like you believe him.
I do. Am I too trusting? It's a bit of a weakness sometimes. I think at the moment I have to.
Next,
I asked your tenants, give me your number.
in Harrow,
We can sit here, talk all day. You blame her, her blame you, I blame the tenant.
in Darwin,
Oh, no, somebody.
How many times to tell you?
When were we asking?
Six weeks after their last visit, housing enforcement officers Andrew Sedman and Ozzy Al-Bayrak are returning to hairdresser Massey.
If I was the complainant, who is the hairdresser, I would be really annoyed and frustrated.
After months of seemingly ignoring the leak, today the landlord of the property above the salon has agreed to a meeting.
You do know I'm not going to be kind to him.
Shall I be good cop then?
Okay.
Nah.
Yeah.
Come to do an inspection of the property.
Has the damage been repaired in the shop? Because you're the leaseholder, responsibility relies on you.
Our responsibility is for the flat, not the shop.
Yes, and who is causing the
pipe is coming
leak?
from the shop, going to the flat.
Yeah, but if I own this shop, I would be really mad.
This is what the problem is. I've got 2 water supplies coming up to my flat.
I don't think landlords quite empathise with what's going on the other side.
Let's go in.
Right.
Look at that. Oh
Right.
my God.
That's water damage, that's a leak.
Oh, no good, no good, no good. How many of you guys live here, Tenant? 7.
Yes.
And you guys are friends?
Yes.
Okay, so that's a HMO there.
People in this one?
As more than 3 unrelated people are living together in a property, it's classed as an HMO, a house of multiple occupancy, and it must be licensed.
If somebody cut their hand, they're gonna blame you. You know that, yeah?
I don't think as a landlord he understood the importance of health and safety of his tenants.
If something goes wrong, fire or one of these guys dies, God forbid, then you'll be the one standing in the court.
The rear garden is still full of rubbish, which is causing a serious stink for Massey, who runs the downstairs salon.
I asked your tenants, give me your number. She said, the owner told me don't give a number. Tenants, they smoking and they throw it here, they drink it, they throw it here. I get rat. The council, they charge me £335 for the rid of the rat. Who was the bins? Where is your bins for the flat? Where are your bins for the flat? Where is your tenants been putting their bins all this time?
They're probably on the other side, and there are bins on the side.
No, they threw it in a garden here. They don't have any bin for 9 years I'm here.
It's part of the arrangement.
That's
if you do have to have bins for it, have a bin.
No, has
So
to.
what's the council going to do about it?
The oldest excuse in the book is just blame the council.
Yeah, but 9 years I'm here, they don't have a bin. The council, you should have thought about this.
We're not mind readers. We don't do ESP. We don't know when bins are missing unless we're told.
How many years you had this house as a leasehold?
About 7 years.
9 years I'm here. 9 years I'm here. And from the beginning you've been here.
Oh.
Okay. 9 years I'm here.
About 10 years.
And
10 years.
okay, so in that 7 years, you didn't think.
Every couple of years I buy bins. We put them there.
You never had. And when I call you, you don't answer. Okay, listen. She's angry. She's right to be angry. Listen, I lost my business, you know? I lost all my customers. Okay, let's have a look here. I mean, it's terrible.
I know.
Believe me. The salon, when I open the door, it's a smell. And my customer, they are not happy. I lost almost half of my customer because of that. Why you didn't send the plumber?
Look, no, this is hang on. You listen to me first, okay?
Okay, go on.
Right, okay. Now, I don't know where the pipe is coming from, where it's going.
We can sit here, talk all day. You blame her, her blame you, I blame the tenants.
End of the day,
We
it
need
needs
to
to be
fix this.
sorted out.
That's it.
I want the tenants to be happy, I want the council to be happy, and I want myself to be.
Tenants to be happy, but if tenants are behaving like that, you don't want to keep those tenants. This is disgusting.
All we want is compliance. We're not here to exercise our little bit of power we have and stomp around causing trouble.
Thank you.
Yep.
Take care, yeah?
Thank you, sir. Good luck. And if you need anything, just give us a shout.
As well as addressing the leak and the rubbish, the landlord will now be given a deadline to make the flat above safe for the tenants. If he fails to comply, he may face prosecution. After letting agent Paul Ainsworth-Lord uncovered a cannabis farm in a house during a routine inspection, the landlord Ian demanded that the tenant leave the property.
come to an agreement with the tenant that he'll clear all the stuff out, get rid of all the junk, clean the house up, make it good again and give us the keys back.
The tenant denied responsibility for the drugs and ignored Paul's deadline for him to leave by over a week. He's now promised to vacate by midday today.
Because he's not been in touch with us, I thought we'd just nip down, see how he's getting on. Hopefully he'll be there, hopefully he'll be nearly finished. I'd like to think so.
Oh dear.
Speak to the phone.
Is he going to be done today? One thing I have learned is that you can't be seen to be backing down and you can't be seen to be weak. You stand your ground and you enforce your position. Well, we seem to be making plenty of progress, doesn't it? Stinks of weed. Not the sort of pot plants I like at my house. Oh, somebody here.
Excuse me. Get your camera down. How many times do I have to tell you? Yeah. I don't want my camera. Camera down. Out my way. Go.
Shall I come back this afternoon?
How many times do I tell you?
I'm trying to help him. I just need clarity. I can't let it go on and on. Yeah. So I will come back later. See how what progress is made.
Paul returns to his office.
Good afternoon, Ainsworth-Lord Estates. Deborah speaking.
Before he has a chance to return to the property, the tenant arrives with the keys.
I told you to contact me on the phone. No, Paul. No.
You only said that to me yesterday.
Paul, I said it from day one, come to me on the phone. So why'd you come back?
To catch you because you said you'd have it cleared.
Don't sort you out, Paul. You're out of order.
Listen.
You're out of order.
The only reason I came
End
to
off.
your dad's.
Before I lose my temper, end off. I've been sorted.
You need to sign this so you're off the hook.
I'll tell you what, Paul. Put your hands up, you're out of order, mate. Yeah?
Come here and sign this so you're off the hook.
You haven't signed it.
No, but you can accept the keys as a surrender. Well, he's took all the stuff out of this room. So far, so good. I'll have some good news for landlord now. It's not as bad as it could have been. The heat from those transformers, it's burnt through the paper. That's why it's so dangerous. This is the sort of thing that causes the fires, isn't it? As for the arrears, well, that's another matter. We'll deal with that on another day.